What up, beautiful African family? This is your main man, Theo Wilson with African Diaspora News. And to quote the radio edit of the Jay-Z classic, The Story of OJ, light ninja, dark ninja, real ninja, faux ninja, rich ninja, poor ninja, house ninja, field ninja, still ninja. Now, what Jay-Z is ontologically referring to there with that rap is the American racial caste systems. And like all caste systems, it's something that you're born into. Cannot be changed regardless of your wealth status and your financial liquidity. This is what three-division boxing champion Terrence Bud Crawford encountered when this happened.
Today is Bud Crawford's birthday. He turned 38. What happened at the traffic stop early this morning in downtown Omaha is now the subject of an internal investigation at the police department.
Now, just over the weekend, a parade was held for the pound-for-pound champ. He was awarded the second key to the city from Mayor John Ewing. But later that night, that celebration turned to fear.
Stepping out, seatbelt. Step out. I'm opening the door.
You can take mine off of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I move my phone? Step out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, when you consider that Bud Crawford is the most famous black man to come out of Omaha, Nebraska since Malcolm X himself, when you consider that this was the fight that had over 41 million pay-per-view buys, and when you consider that Bud Crawford had just gotten done with his victory parade through the whole city, there's no way that this cop didn't know who he was. Mathematically speaking, the odds of just making a simple mistake when pulling Bud Crawford over and treating him that way are slim to none. He knew exactly what he was doing, in my humble opinion, but let's see what the official report says. CNN.com states, renowned boxing champion Terrence Bud Crawford was ordered out of his vehicle at gunpoint and given a citation for reckless driving, police said, just hours after a victory parade in his honor in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. According to a press release from Omaha police, the incident occurred in the early hours of Sunday morning and has prompted an internal affairs investigation. When the Foxes are in charge of the hen house and they police themselves, justice is very, very fleeting. And this is the point where my spidey senses come online, because I don't believe exactly how this is going down. I mean, that's just me. Let me hear what y'all think in the comments. But while speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard, said the police press release. For safety, all occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. Now, I know just from lived experience and from how many times I've seen this go down, that brothers get killed for just having a suspected firearm. Could be a wallet, could be a cell phone. The fact that they saw a firearm and they didn't fire on this brother let me know that they likely knew that it was Bud Crawford all along and just wanted to flex on him for whatever egotistical reason, but that's just my suspicion. Let's continue. It says here, the driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. Now, on one hand, I'm kind of glad the world and the hood know, like, you're not just going to run up on Bud Crawford and think things are going to be sweet with the hands or the heat. But the other thing that this kind of reminds me of is the fact that sometimes, unfortunately, even if you believe in the Second Amendment like I do, even if you're a legal firearm carrier like I am, that the gun won't necessarily keep you safe. And the reason why I say that is because I'm having flashbacks of our good brother, our departed brother, Philando Castile. Y'all remember brother Philando Castile? Where he informed the cops that he had a legal firearm And the cop, like I've seen so many other cops do, had some racialized hallucination and ended the brother's life right there. And I'm thinking about what would have happened to this country if that would have happened to our brother Bud Crawford. Luckily, Angels was looking out for him in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But the fact is, it's not out of the realm of possibility, especially given the racial caste system in America and how the police do not screen for folks who may have psychopathic tendencies or racialized nefarious affiliations outside of the police department and could easily use their badge as a bludgeon for our rights, as they have done throughout our entire history. So what was the fallout? Well, it went all the way up to the mayor, as it necessarily should have, and the mayor, a man named John Ewing, called Bud and apologized profusely. He said that he didn't want this to happen at all, and so now the mayor reports this about the police chief. It says, Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmatterer has pledged an internal investigation, which I support and want to be full and thorough. We will gather all the facts and be transparent with the public about our findings. Understand that my heart dropped in learning of this end to an otherwise wonderful day and an evening celebrating our city's world boxing champion. So that's what Mayor John Ewing said about the internal investigation that he is definitely supporting from Omaha Police. So I got a word for Omaha Police Chief Tom Schmatterer and any other police chief or somebody who's in charge of law enforcement anywhere in the country. These bad apples are not just bad apples. They're lit matches waiting to burn your city down. How many times have the people said you need not only better training, but better hiring practices and better accountability? I would not be surprised if sometime in the near future, Omaha was in the news for another Black Lives Matter incident, horrifically killing a black person, because they ignored this specific warning. See, warning always comes before destruction. That's how this universe works. And what this was a shining red flag, blaring warning sign that say you need to look into this, because like so many other cities, when they hire police officers, they give a wink and a nod to the bad actors because they think that that's an asset to the police department. This should be a warning that guys like this are an absolute liability. Take care of cleaning your house before the city ends up burning your house down, unfortunately, like they had to back in Minneapolis in 2020. Because if you seek to have any kind of trust with the community that you serve and protect, with our tax dollars, by the way, you got to prove yourself trustworthy. Let this be a warning to you. We don't want no more incidents like this, and the people will stand on it. I'm sure of it, because that's who we are as Black Americans. But those are just my thoughts on it. I want to hear your thoughts on it in the comment section. Now, this is African Diaspora News, and we have a duty to bring you the news and the truth about folks from the African diaspora. We appreciate you subscribing to our channel. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Definitely hit this like button. It helps us out in the algorithm. And as you know, the powers that shouldn't be, as our sister Vicky Dillard calls them, are censoring all around the internet, especially here on this platform that you are watching this. So it is imperative that you download the African Diaspora News Channel app. Go ahead and download the app. It is about $9.99 a month. That's 13 cents a day. You can't afford not to download this so that we can tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you the ancestors. My name is Theo E.J. Wilson with African Diaspora News Channel. Go ahead and follow my own personal channel at Theo Cyrus Rising. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, peace.